Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulua Tech Design, and I am your boy Lulua Mark. We are back with the final part of our project. We left this project at this stage. We finished the facade in the last part of this project, and I promise you that we shall finish this project with the landscaping. So in this part of the video, we are going to do landscaping. If you remember, when we started, this is the project we promised to achieve, and we are going to do this landscape today. Today we shall be able to achieve this landscape. Just some few techniques for you to learn, and I believe after doing this landscape, you will have learned a lot to do on your own from scratch, because we started this from the first part. Now this is, I think, the fifth part, and being the final part, let's get back and start doing our work. So this is where we left it, and we are going to start straight away doing our landscaping for this building. Now for you to do landscaping, the first thing you need to do is you come to this tool called Massing and Site. You come to this tool called Massing and Site. When you click on it, you are going to see these tools in this menu bar, but our focus is going to be measured on the topo solid, this topo solid here, and we are supposed to design our landscape in the site plan. So when you come to your browser, I mean the project browser, you will find in the floor plans you have all the floors that you created, and the site is the last option in this list. So you open the site by just double clicking on it, and it will open your site here. Now if you want to do your floor plan, you come to the Massing and Site. So I'm going to select this topo solid, and we shall pick any of these choices. There's creating in input, then there's also creating from sketch. So we shall pick creating from sketch, just like that. Then when you come to your properties, you're going to click on edit type. You'll see that our type of topo solid has some bit of grass and also soil, and the depth is 1.2 millimeters, I mean 1.2 meters. Now if you want to edit anything here, you can go ahead the same way we edited the wall. You duplicate, you rename, and then you come to edit, you edit these things here. But I feel I am not going to edit anything. I'll just leave it the way it is. I've just rearranged the settings, so I'll just go with this the way it is, but perhaps we just need to rename it so that we shall not get confused. So let's say this is just our site floor, something like that. So I'll just click OK, and then you have used all these tools before, so we shall just go to these tools. Most importantly, I'll use this rectangular tool, which has been, I think, our favorite from the time go. So we shall just create a rectangle around this site. What you see here in the middle is actually the entire house, and then the site contains now the compound and any other thing around the house, including nature, trees, and things like that. So we shall create something like that. For now, we can just click OK. Revit is going to complain that highlighted topo solid and floor overlaps. This is because it creates the topo solid at level 0, and that is where our ground starts from, our ground floor starts from. When you come to your 3D, you're going to see something like this. The topo solid has actually stolen part of our our house. So we shall need to do something about it. It's either we can take it a little bit down, or we can just sketch out the entire part of the house. But the first option for me is to click on it. It's still active though. If you make it inactive, you see this grass and the soil down here. Now the first option is to select on it. We shall come to the height offset. Maybe let's take it down by, let's say, negative 600 and see what it will give us. If we take it down by negative 600, that's what we shall have, but it will still not show our steps that we created. And let me first hide it a little bit so that I want to see something. To hide, I want to see, I think we never created the stairs, steps here. We shall do that. We shall do that much later now. So let's by the look of things, I believe this thing is already aligned with our ground floor, because I thought it was hiding our steps. However, it is not hiding our steps. If you click on this, you can clearly see that it's even not attached to our topo solid. So we can even attach them from here. All you need to do is to click on any of them using your align tool. You can click on this part, the downer part of the floor, then the surface of this. It will take it exactly and it will arrange them where the other one stops. But I believe we need to create steps. We need to create steps for our door area, and if not a step, we need to extend this floor so that this grass cannot start all the way from the door step. So after selecting the ground floor, you come to edit boundary. Now you'll go to your ground floor, not site this time. This is the part we want to extend a little bit outside. What we need to do is you just come to your pick line, you pick this line, then I'll come to trim and extend this to that. I'll extend this to this, then I can delete this part, delete off this part. Then when I click OK, it will bring this flow up to this area here. When you come to your 3D, that's what you get. See that? That's what we shall have in our 3D. I still believe this house needs some kind of veranda. You can't have the house really deep into the soil without a veranda like that. And to create a veranda, we shall just click on this floor and the ground floor again. You edit boundary, you come to the ground floor. We can offset this. We can really offset this. We come to the offset tool, which is the OF. Let's offset, let's say 500 outward. We shall offset it outside, just like that, just like that. Then this side, let me see. Okay. Then what we do from here, we can just pick our trim. We extend this to that. Then we shall extend that to this one. I think we can even extend this to that to make it all square, just like that. So we shall delete all these lines inside because we don't need them now. just like that, just like this. And then when you finish, when you come to your 3D, that's what you get. See that the house now has some bit of veranda. However, this side was not extended enough. It is still a bit, it doesn't have any veranda at all, but we need to create veranda, I think, everywhere. So we can do that again by just clicking on this. You come to edit boundary, you go to ground. This side has to extend a little bit outside. I'll just now extend it manually like that. Then I'll click OK. Then this time you can see we have now veranda for someone to pass around. Then we are going to our site again to continue with our site design. I'm going to measure this to the part where the site is ending. This is 3.4. Then this side is 2.8. We're going to increase this side at the front. I'll click on this. Then you come to edit sketch, just like that. When you click on that, you will get this. We can make it even 5 meters. What is that? This is it's showing us 5 meters from here. Let's see. Okay, now I've given it a lot of space here. I think 8 meters can work, just like that. So now we have 8 meters there. Then this side we can make 5 meters, just like that. Then this side can make it 5 meters, like that. When you finish, you come to your 3D, you'll get this. See that? So this is our grass with the soil down. This is just the earth now. Look at it as the earth. So we are going to create we are going to partition this topo solid, this grass field landscape. We shall cut some bit of road, something like a road here up to here. Then we shall also make some areas for the flowers, leave some space for the flowers, and then we shall create some smaller swimming pool around here. So let's have this in action. So if you want to create anything from this topo solid, you click on it, you come to what we call subdivide. It is the last option here for me, this subdivide. When you click on it, it will give you the option to create another thing. When you come to your site, you'll have this tool active. That means you can create anything here. So when I come to my rectangle tool, I can create something here, just like this. Let's say I'm going to create something here up to this doorway, just like that. Now this is like really extrusion, or it's just a generic material. So when you come to the properties, you see here materials. Now you can click on this material, then it will generate for you these properties where you can create your own material. Now let's say we are renaming this to tile. So in the graphics, I want it to be a little bit gray. Then when I come to appearance, we open the asset browser from this tool. Then in the asset browser we shall look for, let's say, tiles, and we are going to this flooring. Let's see what we shall get here. I think I can just go with this. I'll close here, I'll apply, I'll click OK, I'll finish the model here. So now when you come to your 3D, you find this is what you get. See that? However, we didn't really change what? We didn't change the thickness. So I want the thickness to be 200 millimeters. When I click on it, the subdivide is here. You can change this to 200 in the properties. Click OK. You see it is now perfectly aligned with our ground floor. See that? So someone can just come there like that, and they move on. They move outside. When you move out of this axon, that's what you will get. And then let's create another thing. We're going to create another subdivide. So you click on it again, you come to a subdivide, then you go to the site. From here we shall create another, let's pick, I think, the rectangle 2. We shall create another subdivision here, just like that, up to around, let's say up to here, to here. Well, then from here I want to create something. I want to create that space for planting flowers. So I'll create a space around here, just like that, just like this. Then I can create another one here, just like that. So now for this one to work, we know that Revit will not accept if we have not connected these as well. So what we shall do, I'll come to split. I'll split here, and then I'll split another one here. I'll split here. I'll split here. So when we pick this, we can extend this to this. I can extend this to that, extend this to this, and extend this to that. And then let me try this to this to that, this to this to that, something like that. And then these ones, we shall delete them off. Let's see what we shall get. Let's see what we shall get when I finish it. Then of course the material and also the thickness we need to give. This is 200. Then when I come to tiles, I'll just click OK. Then we come to the 3D. That's what we have. And then this area here, we can now use it to plant our flowers. So I'll use it to plant flowers. And then of course we also need to create, we can try to plant flowers there, so that you can see when you come to your site. Now I'm going to delete this measurement here. I want to measure the distance from here to here is 3.19. So let me first increase this. I'll click on edit sketch. This one here, I'm going to increase this one to 3.3 maybe, just like that. Maybe even much more, 3.5, just like that. Then this one I'll also increase it to, let's say, 1.5, something like that. Then I'll just click OK. Then if I come to now for the flowers, we shall need to go to architecture. You come to components, you place components, you can load family, then it will bring you here. Now we need to look for these things, but I think for me, I'll come to my Revit library. I'll look for plans. I'll look for plans, and then I have a folder here for plans. Let me open file location. Open file location, then I have plans here. So these are some of the plans that we have. They are not nice enough, but we shall try and just create something out of this. This is just a sample. So I'll just double click on this one here and first close this and go back, then double click on that, upgrade the model to open it in Revit, just like that. Then when I click on it, I can actually want to see if it can be edited. I don't see the editing option. I'll just load it into project. Now we shall come and place it. You can place it here. I'm seeing this part here is not enough for this flower. This is not really a flower, this is a tree. But for now, let me just place these trees around here. We shall pick the flowers later, like that, like that, like that. So if we come to the 3D, you'll see the trees here. You see that? We shall have the trees like that. Then for the flowers, let's try and see if we have flowers in these options. This is a flower. Let me just open this into project, upgrade the model. Then I'll say load it into project, and the project is this. So I can now place this flower. I'll place like this. I'll keep placing just like that. So if you don't have these libraries, you can download them. As I told you before, you can download from Beam Objects, you can download from 3D Warehouse, you can download from Revit libraries, you can download from Beam Shares, things like that. So if I come to the 3D after placing these flowers, let me first close this 3D, let me close this 3D, let me close this tree, let me close this flower. So when you come to the 3D, you see that's what you get. That's the flower we have. I know we didn't place them in the right spot, but this is how you can, yeah, they're actually almost in the middle. So you see now our site is picking up and it is making sense. So if I come to the ground floor, I can select all instances by just right clicking on one, select all instances visible in view to select all these flowers. If I want to move them a little bit like that, then I can say you can copy. I know we have not used this tool before. You can copy. You can add a copy or you can mirror, but I just want to copy. So I'll copy. The shortcut is CO. You copy, then you click on it, then you can move it to the next part and leave it there. And I escape, that's what we shall get. When you come to the 3D, you see we have our flowers there, just like that. See, that's how you can play around with your landscape. And then I saw that we also had some bit of swimming pool around here. So I'll try and do that. I'll try and do that and see what we can achieve. Now, for us to create that, let's first of all edit this what? Let us edit this subdivide. You click on it, you come to edit sketch, you go to the site. For now, I'll just take this one a little bit closer, let's say by 500 to that, so that we can have this part without any subdivision. So I'll finish it, then I'll have that. So now this part we can use it to do anything we want. So I'm going to create some kind of swimming pool here. So if you want to create that, instead of subdividing, you can do something else. You can come to this topo solid, you come to edit sketch, you go to your site plan, then you are going to remove this part off. You can pick line, so I'll just pick this line, I'll pick this line, then I'll pick that line. So guess I can create another line using the line tool. I can create another line here, just like that. Now I only need my trim tool to bring this one to this, to bring this one to this, to bring this one to this, then to bring that one to that. So if we finish this one up and you come to your 3D, you see now we have created a hollow space here. You see that? This part is now hollow. It has nothing inside here. Now we can take advantage of this hollow part and create a swimming pool. See that it is hollow. Even if you come down here, you can see all the way down. Now I'll create a floor for this. I'll create first of all a floor here. Now you know how to create a floor. So we shall create our floor. We can do it from the ground floor. So you come to your architecture, you go to your floor, architecture floor. I think this 200 is still okay. And then we come to the pick line. We just create it from here, like that. You click finish. Then you come to your 3D. You see what you have done. You see now we have created the floor. The floor is hanging up here, all the way up. Now we need to take it all the way down. The way I'm going to take it is really simple. I'll click on first of all the back or the downer side of this topo solid. We need to highlight it or select it. You come to your align tool, then you pick this down side, then you align it with the top side of our floor, like that. Then when we escape, you realize this floor has come now all the way down here. See that? It is now down, and inside here you can now see your floor just like that. Now we can create something else to cover up this part and give it a material of water. You now give it a material of water. You can as well create you can cover up these sides, because this is really soil or sand. You can cover it up with something else. Maybe you can create also floors around here, and you make sure the inner part is hollow. Maybe we can try that. Let's say we are going to the ground, or we can we can come to the ground, then we come to floor. You select it from architecture, you select the floor. We are still going to pick line. We are picking line like this. but we shall now offset these lines. Let's just offset a little bit. We just offset a little bit. 500 I think is too much. Let's say 150, thickness of 150. Just offset like that, set like this. Then of course you need to trim using the trim tool. Trim that, trim this, trim this, trim that. Then we shall do something simple. The height offset, you can see here the height offset is very high, so we shall put the height offset at 0. And now we shall need to, I think for now we don't need to edit the material, so we shall click OK. When we come to the 3D, this is what we have. However, it is just covering the top side of our swimming pool. So we need to give it a thickness that can take it all the way down, right? So after clicking on it, you can come to edit type. Then you come to edit. I'll not duplicate. I think I need to duplicate it because if we don't duplicate, it will affect the first flow that we created because we're just using that flow. So we shall duplicate it. We shall say swimming pool wall, something like that. Then now the thickness, we shall come to edit. This thickness here, I really don't know how deep our swimming pool is, but let's try something like 1200, 1.2, and say okay, apply, okay, and see what we have. We almost got it right. You see that? I think we're just left with like 200 millimeters to finish that. Let's first use our roller to measure. Can measure with your roller tool. Just, however, this part, I'm going to delete some of these trees that are blocking my view. I'll delete this one that is fond of blocking my view. So let's pick this one again. We come to edit type. This time we shall not duplicate, we shall just edit it, and we make this one 1.4 like that. Apply, okay. I think now it has covered. Now it has covered everywhere. So we have created a floor for our swimming pool. We have also created some kind of wall to protect the swimming pool from the sand or from the soil. Now we are just left with the water. We just need to create water now. What I'm going to do, I can use any tool. You can also create a floor. You change the material to water. You can use extrusion. So for me, I think I'll use extrusion to make life easier for me. I'll use extrusion. I'll come to texture. I'll go to components. I'll model in place. They're asking us to save this project. I'll cancel. Then I'll look for generic models. This time I'll say swimming pool or swimming water, just like that. Then I'll come to extrusion. I'll set my work plane. I'll pick a plane. Then the plane is going to be really this one here. Then I can use my rectangular tool to draw my water, something like that. That is enough. The thickness, let's just do 500 for now. Then the material in the browser, the properties, we shall create a new material. We shall rename it water. Then in the graphics, the name water is already in use, so we shall need to change it. Swimming water, or if there's water, I think we can simply just look for water instead of wasting our time to create new material. Just look for water. Since it is there, you just click on it, you apply, you say okay. Now when we finish, we shall get something like that, and it will be water. You see that? Now this is water, and it's an extrusion. So with extrusion, you can now really drag this one anywhere you want. You can drag it here, you can drag it here to fill in these areas. So I can drag it here. I'll drag it. I think it is okay now. You see that? Now we have our water, we have the flow, we have everything we want. The only thing remaining for me, this part here around the water, I want to fill it with this tile. So I'll come to this tile here that we created, or we can even use this. Then we come to sketch path, we can go to the site, then I'll come to pick line, I'll pick this, I'll pick that. That I think is enough. You come to your trim this and extend it to that one. This one comes to this. Then of course this one goes to that. We're done. So when you click OK, you come to your 3D. That's what you have. This is what you have. Then I can decide to create also a path, a walking path from this side. So I'll just click on this topo solid. I'll come to subdivide. Then of course I'll go to my site. I'll use my rectangle tool. I can create something from here all the way, just like that, up to here. When we do the measurement, here it is 1.6, I think let's say 1.8 to allow two people to pass, or 2 meters to allow people to move without any friction. Then of course we shall just click OK for now. Let's see what we have. What went wrong? So when I click on this, I'll come to this part, I'll give it 200 millimeters. Then I'll click material. Then of course we are looking for the tile that we created. It is here. So I'll just click OK. Then that's what we have. You see that? You see this? You see that? So yeah, we are doing well. Looking at our design, you may think we have already achieved our target really. Don't you think so? I've shown you how to create these flowers. I've shown you how to do this. We have also created this swimming pool. I don't really see much left in this design that we have not done. So this is I think the realistic view. That's why the computer is complaining. Let's first go to shaded and see what they have. So if yours is shaded, you'll see things like this. This is what you can see when you give shaded view, and it will show you the colors that you picked from the graphics, not from the product browser. So this is what we have. I believe you, with this knowledge, you can be able to create a design from the start up to the end, really from scratch up to the end, because we have basically, I think, come to the end of this project. And if there's anything you feel we have missed out from this project, please make sure you put it in the comment section. I'll be able to get time to come and clarify it, because we have another project that we're starting after here, and it is also going to be a major project that you don't want to miss. We shall start it from scratch. As always, I don't want to do any project where I start my work from a point no one, especially the beginners, can't understand anything. So my projects are always for beginners. If you don't have any knowledge in a design, Revit and ArchiCAD, you'll be able to get a lot of knowledge here. All the projects we have had are from Revit, but of course I'm preparing some projects in ArchiCAD, and you love it, you love them, and they're coming soon. So I say congratulations to you for being with us up to the end of this project, and I hope you have subscribed, because you don't want to miss the next project. Much more coming. We keep learning to get better. That is the only way you can understand this project. But of course, the topo solid also has other dynamics. For example, if your land is not this flat, there's also a way you can play with the coordinates. That one we shall be able to learn from the next project. So for me to you, I say bye bye.